Yo, this gay ass nigga Deontay Wilder, he had the nerve to call Anthony Joshua a con artist and a coward. Doesn't this gay ass nigga look fruity in this pic? Like he looks really fruity. I mean, let's be real. He looks fruity in this pic. And why is he always wearing this jacket? Like, this is like the third time I've seen Deontay Wilder wear this jacket on an interview. Like, it's not even a joke. This is like the third time I've seen Deontay Wilder wearing this jacket on an interview. Clearly he likes his jacket. It's like a WBC jacket. I guess they gave it to him because, you know, they say he's a champion, so the WBC gives him these type of jackets. So maybe he feels proud that the WBC made a jacket for him, so he wants to rock it and shit and show it off. But this guy has the nerve, man. He has the nerve to call Anthony Joshua a coward and a con artist, which I find hilarious, because every other, couple of weeks you see Deontay Wilder label Anthony Joshua a coward. I personally find that hilarious because, first of all, what is a con artist? A con artist is a guy who wins a belt fighting nothing but bums and then defends his belt against 6 shitty opponents. And then in his 40th fight, he fights a guy with a pose in Luis Ortiz. That's a con artist. So I guess he's calling himself and he's labeling himself a con artist because, again, what's a con artist? A con artist is a guy who fights nothing but bums in his first 30 fights, gets himself in a position to fight for a world title against a shitty, overrated opponent in Bermane Stiverne, defeats him, then defends his belts against guys like Eric Molina, Johan Duhaupas, Arthur Spook, a guy ain't nobody ever heard of. You see what I'm saying? That's a con artist. You see what I'm saying? You know what a coward is? He labels Anthony Joshua a coward. You know what a coward is? A coward is a guy that when he's coming up, back in 2012, 2013, when people are begging him to fight a certain fighter in his division, which is, of course, Vladimir Klitschko, he refuses to fight him. He has his team and his manager saying shit like, Wilder ain't ready. Meanwhile, Wilder's too green. Yeah, Wilder's too green. Meanwhile, this nigga had 35 professional fights. How the fuck this nigga too green? Yeah, he got 35 professional fights. That's a coward. That's a con artist. So I'm guessing that Wilder, when he calls Anthony Joshua a coward and a con artist, he's really describing himself. He's describing himself. That's what he really is doing. But, I'm just saying. I told you I wasn't going to hold back, guys. I'm not being this nice channel anymore. That's it. I'm going to be the way I am. This is the way I am in real life. This is the way I speak in real life. Alright, so I'm going to forget about this whole being a professional boxing channel, having proper etiquette. Fuck that. I'm going to be raw and speak the way I speak in real life. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't like it, you can piss off. I really don't care. I'm not here to be friends with anybody. I'm here to talk boxing. This is a boxing channel. So you either like my channel or you don't. I'm not going to be friends with anyone. I'm not going to kiss the ass of anyone. I'm not going to speak it how I feel it. My honest opinion. And this whole shit where Wilder's going around calling AJ a con artist and a coward really rubs me the wrong way because the only con artist is this fruitcake in the damn screen, on your screen. This fruitcake. He's the only con artist who fought nothing but bums, guys anybody ever heard of, for 30 plus fights and then he won that belt that he got as a gift because he cherry picked himself. He didn't earn the right to fight for the WBC title. He didn't. He was fighting nothing but bums. Aren't you supposed to fight against legit eliminators and then fight for the title? He didn't do that. I mean, unless you consider Nikolai Ferfa a legit eliminator. Guy with 25 losses, unless you consider Jason Gavin, because the last guy he fought before he fought Bermane Stiverne was that bum with 17 or is it 35 losses, Jason Gavin. So I'm guessing when Deontay Wilder fought Jason Gavin, I'm guessing that was for a title elimination, right? That was for a title elimination, right? So I'm guessing that's the standard for Deontay Wilder. In order for him to get a shot at a title, fighting against a guy in Jason Gavin with 17 losses, I guess that was his title elimination, right? Meanwhile, other guys fight legit dudes and go through hell just to get a position to fight for a title. But, he wants to call AJ the con artist. He wants to call AJ the coward. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua fought Dillian White before he fought for a fucking title. When he fought Charles Martin, the last fight prior to that was when he fought Dillian White. You want to know what the last fight for Deontay Wilder was when he fought bum-ass Bearman Burn? It was Jason Gavin. So if we're looking at it like in a title elimination way, Anthony Joshua had to fight fucking Dillian White. Dillian White ain't no joke. He ain't no pusher. We see where he's at. We see how good Dillian White is. So that, you know, Anthony Joshua actually fought a threat when he fought Dillian White, and to put himself in a position to fight for Charles Martin's, you know, IBF strap. But Wilder, he fought a guy with 150 losses in his record, and Jason Gavin, a journeyman times 6, times 10, times 5, times 100. To get himself in a position to fight Berman Severn. So let's be, you know, Wilder is a joke. That's all I have to say, guys. Subscribe, and I'm out.